Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be fitting a subwoofer into the TT. The standard system in these isn't particularly great when it comes to audio, so I'm going to get a sub fitted underneath the boot floor, so it's a nice stealthy look, nothing taking up boot space as well. So here's the kit we've got to fit then. Subwoofer, which is going to go underneath the boot floor here. So the battery is actually in the back, which is really useful for wiring purposes. And then we've got all of this we need to run down the car to tap into the stock head unit. So it's a 300 watt unit. It's probably not going to be kind of as boomy as something if you had like a dedicated sub in the boot, but I literally just wanted something stealthy to go underneath the boot floor. And I think this will do just the trick because it's, you know, fairly compact. And it's got a sort of a wireless control here, which I can run into the car for sort of the bass response and phase and all that kind of thing. So yeah, what do you think? Is this going to be easy or not?
Yeah, it should be relatively easy. Normally the hardest part of this is running the battery cables, and as you just said, it's in the boot, so
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
to be fair, trying to get battery cables through firewalls and stuff is a nightmare. So
yeah.
No, this should be relatively easy. Yeah,
touch wood.
Yeah.
I'm not convinced. And we've got our helper with us today as well, who's being a good boy over there. Cool. Yeah, let's see. First of all, I think we need to also see where we're going to actually situate this. I think underneath you've got like a polystyrene bit that we might need to adapt a little bit. But yeah, I think it should fit quite nicely under there and provide a bit of extra base to the system. So that's the goal anyway. Bring your dog to work today. Oh. So boot floor sub. This one is an in-phase USW 300. Got it off Amazon for about 100 quid. And it's actually like a bang on fit in this section under here. So as long as you've not got a spare wheel, you're pretty much good to go. And we can get obviously wired up to the battery over here, and then run the audio down the side of the car. So actually, I thought we was going to have to mess about cutting into all this and that, but it should be fine as it is. I think I didn't plan that, by the way. That's just that's just a pure coincidence. But so got the boot floor up. I was thinking of potentially doing a bit of soundproofing in here, but I'm going to leave it for now. And we do get some exhaust sound out of this with no soundproof in here. But I think the controller as well, we're probably just going to leave in the boot for now because, I mean, we could go about faffing about putting it through the car, but I think ideally you'd want it on the driver's side, and obviously that's going to be a bit of a pain. And also, I think once you set it once, you probably don't really need to faff about with it again. You can just do it all in the software.
Exactly that. It's not like you're going for major like sub stuff. You just want a little bit more bass. So.
Exactly. Yeah. I can't believe how much of a good fit that is. That's like absolutely made to measure. Yeah, it's technically an under seat sub, but in these, like the seats are quite low, so it's kind of impractical, and you'd end up pretty much giving up all of your rear foot space. Not that there is much, but you'd be giving that up in order to put this in there. So I thought underfloor in the boot would probably be an easier option. Good thing about bass is it kind of just goes everywhere. It's not directional at all, so it doesn't really matter. Because it's in an enclosed space, it still should produce a nice sound. So we'll see. And if not, then I'll have to get a fat one and fill the boot up. So we've got the back seat up here. So we've got easy access to bring it down the side of the car under this trim. And actually, access is quite good in this back corner as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
right there.
Just go straight through that hole. I've just put a grommet in.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
And then along there, out this side, down the trim to the glove box.
That's it.
Happy days.
Nice and easy. Brings back memories of being a boy racer.
Brings back memories of the Octavia VRS.
That's it.
You had a big sub in that, didn't you?
Yeah, annoyingly. Never used it.
No.
Pointless. No. All it did was add weight to something that probably shouldn't have weighed any more than it did.
Right, so we're all wired in now. So we've got the power going to the battery. It's all neatly tied up over there. And then we've got a grommet that goes through, and you can see that now we've fed the cables through the car. So I think now it's time to actually get this all back in and situated and just see what we've got to play with. Thankfully this sub's just one connector in, which is really nice. And we should just be able to drill a corner. It's probably going to be right in this back corner, I would have thought. Just a small slot to get that through. So in terms of fixing to the back of the head unit, what?
We've taken a feed off of the rear speakers.
Nice.
For the sub, which I'm just going to test.
So here's the back then, all tidied up, so you can't actually see the sub install at all, but it's all complete and obviously all wired down the side of the car. So yeah, it does actually look really good in there. As you can see, it's really nice and neat, packed in, and we've got the sub controller in there as well. It's important to note as well, it's worth wiring this into the front speaker feed because the rear speakers are supposedly digitally reduced in terms of the bass input. I assume because a lot of these Audis only have the front ones fitted. But yeah, as you can see, like once it's in, you can't see it doesn't take up any cargo space as well. And I think that's the main thing. Of course, it doesn't have as much punch as a proper dedicated, like, you know, sort of 8 or 10 inch sub box that you could put in the back there. But more importantly, it just looks OEM, and that's what I was going for with this install. So there we go, guys, a successful install at AW Tuning here in Sidcup. Thanks to Adam for doing the work on the car. And yep, I'll link everything in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next one.